Good morning. It's Debbie with Painting Junkie. And I'm hopping on here today, this Wednesday. Excuse me. I'm going to take a quick drink. Okay. So, this is Chat and Char, my Wednesday live. I'm going to really try my hardest to come every Wednesday. Now, next Wednesday, I'm going to be camping, but I am going to try to bring my stuff and come to you from the camper and do something with you live from there. And let's see what happens. I'm going to try. Anyway, I want to show you the hat that we made last week. Thank you for joining me. If you comment that you're here, I would love to know that you're here. I can't see any comments yet, but let me know where you're watching from. And if you watch on the replay, just put hashtag replay and then tell me where you're coming from. And I would love for you to sprinkle this with your friends because, hey, Jessie, I can see a comment. I'm so glad you're on here. Wait till you see. I know you're going to vote. I know you're going to tell me what you think because we're going to embellish this hat today. So, tell me where you're from and let me hear from you today. I want all of the interaction I can get because I have got so many choices of things, and that is my biggest downfall when I'm creating is that I really do have so many things that it's hard for me to decide. So I just need help. I need help. Okay, so this is what I did. I started out with this blue flower. And I burned this live. I showed you the press and seal method last week and how that works and how easy it is to trace on your image to the press and seal, put it on your hat, and then burn it onto your hat. Super easy, super fun. You can make such fun designs. And then I put a couple more flowers. I put the same flower. This flower is the same flower as this flower with some greenery. And then I did another flower from that same sheet. It's buried here. I got so much stuff on my desk. It's a different kind of flower, more of a hibiscus type flower. And then I just did some fun lines, some detail lines. I really got kind of fun with it, some crazy details. And then, of course, I love a good underbrim. So I did all of the burning last week. And so we need to embellish this baby. So one thing I wanted to do, thanks, Jessie. One thing I wanted to do is add some leather, suede, cord. Almost forgot the name of it. Cord. So this is one of the things I bring to the hat parties when I have them. It's these are the suede ones. I've got a couple shades. I guess that might be, and that's a pretty dark brown. And that's a dark brown. And then I have a couple blacks and a light gray and a tan. Anyway, I think that black is where we're going to go because this burned pretty black on the blue hat. So I'm thinking that a gray black embellishments are going to go well. So I am going to do this black cord. And I want to do something like this. I want to do this little stitch thing. I practiced this practice hat. I told you to have a practice hat. If you want to do hat burning, I would suggest have an old, cheap practice hat. This is actually the same kind of hat as this that I got in an order, and I just sacrificed it. I'm like, this is going to be the one. So you burn holes up here, and you stitch through the lace. So let's do it. I'm gonna put this over here. It's kind of scary at first. First time I did, I was like, okay, I'm gonna actually burn holes on purpose in the hat. And I'm gonna do it in the back. And I'm just gonna do one crisscross. You can do several, you know, like do several crisscrosses, but it would take longer, and I'm not gonna do that. So I have this heated up for us. Hey, Vicki, I'm so glad you're here. All right, so I've got this heated up, and I'm just going to put the holes through here, and then I'm gonna like kind of move them around a little bit so that they get bigger, because I want this to go through nicely. Like, I don't have a needle or anything. I just have to poke it through the holes. So I'm gonna go over, because the flower's on this side, so I'm gonna go over to the back, and I'm just gonna do 2 on this side. All right, here we go. Yep, it goes in, and I'm gonna turn it this way because this is kind of an oblong. See how it's kind of an oblong, so it makes kind of an oblong hole. So I'm going to go the other way now to make it a circle hole. There we go. And I did have to have a little help getting the cord through there on the last one. And then we're going to make one. I'm going to space them out a little bit more than I did that last one. It's so weird because when I'm burning, I always go so lightly. Hey, Brandy, thank you for joining me. I always burn so lightly when I do the design that it's weird that I'm actually trying to burn the holes. Okay, I got 2 holes on that side. Now I'm going to go on this inside, and I need to see kind of right across. So right here. It's a little scary at first when you're like purposefully burning a hole in your hat. And right here. And see, I've got some hat on here. So this is what you do. You wipe it on your wet sponge. I keep a wet sponge right here. And I bring these to the hat burning parties too. Because sometimes it's plastic on here. You know, it gets stuck on the burner. So you want to wipe it off. There we go. Kind of hollow that out. Make it kind of round. Once the cords, you don't have to have a perfect hole, because once the cord's in there, you're not going to be able to tell anyway. Okay. All right. Ha! I can see all the way through. I know you can't see me, but I can see all the way through there. That's fun. All right. Wipe that off. Stick that in here. And let's cut off some of this cord. It doesn't take much. And then we tie it. Oh, that's still smoking. Let's really wipe that off a little bit better. If it's still smoking, it's got some stuff on there. And I'm gonna turn it off because that's really all I needed to burn today was those holes, but I wanted to show you that, so I had to heat it up. I'm gonna turn that off. I don't think I'm burning anymore. You can do this around the edge too. Like you can burn holes, you know, around here and then stitch around the edge. Like, stay tuned. I can do lots of cool things with this hat burning, but this is what we're gonna do today. Okay. We'll do, oh man, that is tough weather. Okay, so you could use the point of your scissors, or I use this little cricket weeder thing to help me poke through my holes. All right, so I'm gonna go, oh, that's so much better. My other holes were not this big, and I was having a little trouble poking them through, so I was, oh, now this one's not that big. So I'm like, let's help this through a little bit with my little pokey tool. You could do a pin, like P-I-N, with a sharp point, not a P-E-N. You wouldn't want to get ink on it. Oh, get in there. Hoping I have to burn that hole more. I just need to get it through a little bit so I can pull it. This is a little bit thicker cord then. Aha, okay. And then when you pull it, you want to make sure that it is turned so it'll lay nice. Okay, now let's see. This is the hard part, is feeding it through the hole. Gonna find the hole. Okay, turn you over. I see it. Oh, much better. Did you mark where to put the hole first? No, I didn't. You could. I just eyeballed it. Yeah, might be a good idea if you're nervous about it. I just eyeballed it because I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do a crisscross. Okay, this is moving along. Good question though, Jessie. Look how cute this is gonna be. Look, just a cute little, oh, I forgot to show you the top too. I did the top. I love that. I did like a stitching line. I love this. Okay, so I'm just gonna tie this off inside here. And cut off the extra. Make sure it's flat. Yes, yes, yes. Tie this off and cut off the extra because it would hang down, poke you in the head, or not really poke you, but maybe tickle you. I love the blue too, Brandy. I said last week on the video that I might sell this one, but I really don't want to. I really want to wear it. Okay, this is tough leather. I'm gonna have to get, well, I'm gonna use these wire cutters here in a minute, and I'll show you why, but I'm gonna use it for leather right now. Does it work? Yep. Okay. Let's just see how cute this is. I love it. What do you think? Okay, that's just one little embellish it. Now time for voting. I didn't let you vote on that, did I? Okay, now for the band. The band. I have some scrap black that I found from a thrift store. It was a curtain. It's got a really cool sheen to it, and I love it. This is too thick, by the way. I have to cut it. So what do you think? I could fold it. It needs to be thinner because I don't want to cover up too much of this flower. And also, when I was burning, I don't know if you can see this. Let me just give you a tip here. See, I was burning this right here, this little leaf, and I was like, oh man, that got really dark. And I thought, well, you know what? When I put the band on, I'm gonna cover that up anyway, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I am not real, I don't get real worried when I make like a boo-boo on this kind of thing because I feel like no one's going to come and say, oh my goodness, that line's not very straight, or, oh, it's not very, you know, even. No one's going to do that. They're just going to look back and say, it's really pretty. You did a really good job. That's what they're going to say. So I don't get real like, oh my gosh, that's a dark leaf on the end. Okay. If I fold it, I'm still going to have a lot of hangy downy things that I could trim, but that's still going to be too tall. Okay. So I'm not sure. I could cut it in half and then fold it again. So what are you thinking about? Give me some votes. I've got that I could work with. I also have this that I got from a curtain, and it's hung up on something. And it's kind of gauzy, thin. Okay, so that would go, because it's gray, neutral, because I'm liking the neutral on here. Okay, I like that. But also, if I did this is also what I was thinking. If I did the gauzy, I could spread it out a little bit. Well, let me just tie it on and show you what I'm thinking. And tying it is better than gluing it, in my opinion, because you can take it off. I have only glued on, well, I take that back. If you're gonna put in the, oh, you like the gray gauzy, Brandy? I have only glued a couple of my hats because I have feathers and things that I know I want to keep on there. Okay, so there's the gray gauzy, but also I have, and I'm gonna lift this a little bit because this might be my background for some black ribbon I have here, because this gauzy is light. And then I have, let me move this. Then I have, let me show you some of this black ribbon. I have this that could go on the gauze. Okay, you see that? And it's got like little fringes below it. I could go it up too. The fringes could go up. Okay, got that. Or I've got this ribbon that's pleated that could go with the gauzy. I can spread that gauzy out more so you can see this. Good background. Oh, I have this with little pom-poms. Ah! I can't get hold of it. Okay. See, I'm gonna need help. See, like little pom-poms. Ooh. And then this one is probably too wide. And it's velvet. Oh, but it's fringy on both sides. It's velvet and it's fringy on both sides. So this one would go, let me slip this off because I can. All right. I'm not gonna do this one. We're just gonna get rid of that. Okay, so I think it's gonna be gauzy with one of these three black skinny, or just the velvety black with the fringe on both sides, or I got one more, or this fun, and this may be too much, it may be too tall. This fun ruffly, that's kind of like the one I put on my black hat. had a white ruffle that I put on my black hat. And this may be too tall and cover up too much flower. Let's look. Oh, if I put it down in the corner, it's not too bad. Kind of cute. Kind of cute. Okay, so I need help. I need help with the band. What should I do? This is my problem. I have too many fun things. I need help. So I'm gonna let you guys think about that. Keep the comments coming. I don't want to do anything now. After I get the band on, there's feathers and there's florals. Gray alone. Hey, Nilda. Gray alone or with thin black over it. Yeah, I do like the gray because of the contrast. You're right. I do like that a lot. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So, gray alone, and then I had the 3 thin ones. So, the gray, and then I had this. It's like, and this is like satin, and it is gathered. And then this one had little fringes. It could go either way. Oh, you can see that on my arm there. Or little balls. They could go either way, up or down. Okay, so those are the thin ones. So then we need to think feathers. Oh, and I do have some black and white polka dots in here. Okay, that would be cute. A black and white. Oh, wow, look at that. That's like a zebra. That's kind of, oh, that's a good one too. Oh my gosh, so fun. So fun. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, so then there's feathers, black and white feathers, or florals. And these are my neutral florals, pretty much. And then, I don't have these ready yet, but I went to the store because I'm ready for my next hat burning party. I got to get these apart. But wouldn't these be fun on a hat too? Look at all of those little florals. And then, of course, I love these. But those aren't quite ready yet. So, I kind of like these feathers. And this would just be blue, black and white, gray, neutral. What are we thinking? I like the first feather. Fringe boho style. All right, you guys are giving me some stuff here. Let me put this other thing back here. Okay, I think we are going to go with the gray. So I'm going to put this back on and spread it out so that it has a good amount of gray showing. So that whatever black ribbon I choose will show up. A good background here. And you know what? This has a lot of things I need to trim, which is not a problem. But I also may want to cut up this a little and fringe it, because I love fringe. And that sounds fun. Okay. Now does cover up some of my greenery on my hat, but it's going to be a fun band, so. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Gray band. I just love this. That was fun. That was fun. Okay, I've got to get my fabric scissors. Do you guys have scissors like this? That everyone knows? Fabric only. Doesn't touch paper. Doesn't touch anything else. There's a lot of little extra things coming out of here that are bugging me. Then again, I might cut it up anyway. All right. All right, let's stick these on the side. Okay, so something else is that I have been reading where most of the time you put your decor on the left. But in the hat business, it really doesn't matter. If you want to put decor on the right, you put it on the right. So since I have flowers on this side, I do not want to put my feathers on that side. I'm going to go ahead and do it on this side. Is that too much? I'm just going to stick those in there for now. Oh. Depending on where I go with this hat, I would decide to glue these in. I probably would. And I don't want them sticking up too much. I want them kind of down low like that. Both? I think one. And also at my hat parties, I have matchbooks and I have playing cards. And you could put the playing card in plain, or we can burn the edges, scorch the edges of the playing card and put it in. So much fun. Also, we can put one feather. Yeah, I think so too. Polka dots. I think Vicki liked the polka dots. I need to, so some hats have a stretchy band on the inside, and some hats come with this little adjustable string here, and that's what this one has. And this hat is a little big for me. Let me tell you what this says here also. This size, well, this says vegan felt, which is just felt, I think. Yeah, 100% polyester. I thought it said the size in here, but now I'm not seeing it. One size. Anyway, okay. I am going to tie this a little tighter. It was a little big when I tried it on, and if the wind were to blow, it would make it come right off. So I'm going to tie this in a little bow, not a knot. See if that helps. Oh, too much. Too much. Oh. Okay. That's the thing with these. I would rather have a stretchy band that you didn't have to tie. And my vegan suede hats have that. So you don't have to worry about it. Better. Okay. I like the gray. I like the feather. Okay. All right. I'm not hearing from anybody. So let's just decide, Debbie. Let's just decide. All right. I'm going to take this one away. And I am going to go with let's see. This one. Nilda voted for the fringe. Now, I am going to have to glue. Let me see. I think fringe up. I think fringe up. Let's go on this side. More. Oh, I like that. Fringe up. It's not quite. I need to make it go down. Okay, I need to measure this out correctly. So what I will do is I tied this on, and I'm going to glue this onto the gray, but not the hat. Does that make sense? So that I can still take off the gray if I want. All right, so that is how long I need the ribbon. This fun ribbon comes from Hobby Lobby, and I always wait for it to go on sale. And it was only $1.99 anyway. So on sale, like $1 per spool. I can get lots of hats out of those. Okay. I keep my hot glue gun right here. Let's turn this puppy on. Get it heating. Thanks for staying with me, guys. And if you're just coming on, we are blinging up my hat. Well, not really bling. I don't have any sparkle. Okay. I'm going to glue this to the gray at the bottom. And not all the way around, just some dots along the way. I like that. And then a feather, and then maybe some flowers too. I think so. I think so. Looks a little plain over there. I do want to see my little crisscross leather stitching, but I don't know. What do you think? One feather all by itself? Simple? Or do I add some floral? Tell me when to stop, people. Help me, help me. Okay. Let's see if we got this hot enough for a dot. I'm gonna put this in my lap. So my next hat class is July 11th, and I only have 2 seats left. 2 seats left. Brandy says 1 feather. 1 feather. Okay. Enough. Okay. You know me. I like a lot. Maybe I'm a lot. Yes. So I've got 2 seats left for my hat burning class on July 11th. And I have decided that I want a community. I want an online community that's just hat burning. And so I'm going to start that in July. A place where you guys can learn from me, make hats. We're going to do things other than hats. We're going to do, well, ball caps. I also want to do like crossbody purses I've seen done. I want to do all kinds of hats, of course. I mean, you can't have too many hats, right? For too many occasions. But I want to have a community online where each month I show you a new hat design and how to burn it. And we can make it together, or you can watch the replay and make it on your own. Those little burners are not very expensive. And hats, I'll show you where to get hats. Show you where to get hats. This is going on nicely just on the bottom of this. So you're going to be hearing a lot more about this. And when I open in a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, you would be in my founding members, and I want you to help me name it. I don't really have a name for it except for hat burning membership. I want my members to help me name it. Okay, I got a little too much. Better to have too much than not enough, right? Clip, clip. And you can join me from anywhere. You don't have to be local to come to one of my hat classes if you are in my membership. I'm gonna pull this up to see more gray there. All right, this will be so cute. All right, I think I got enough on there. What do you think? Oh my gosh. And Brandy's on here, and we are, oh, hot hats. Cute, cute. Hey, Terry, thanks for joining. That's okay. Look, my friends helped me decide what color to put on here. We're going neutral. We stitched this on. I love that. And they helped me decide one feather is best and not a bunch. But anyway, we just got the band on. Isn't that fun? And it can come off. Let's say I want to change in a bit. I am not going to put on, oh, thanks. I am not going to put on, I'm not going to glue this feather on. I'm just going to stick it in there really good. And I'm just going to stick it in there really good and go with it because I like to change it. And then maybe later, if I decide to glue it in, I can. But right now, this is going to be it. Oh, should I fringe this up? I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to take my fabric scissors and fringe the back of this a little bit and just cut up several little times. Let's see if that's going to work out. Just like the length of the scissors. Just like, oh, no, it's like 3 inches. This is wider than I thought. It was all crinkled up. Anyway, okay, so I was talking about Brandy, and Brandy and I do retreats. And so our fall retreat is going to be in September. Brandy, we're going to have our meeting we talked about. And I will be doing hat burning at the retreat. So that will be an in-person hat burning. This hat burning I'm doing in a couple weeks on July 11th will probably be my last in-person for a while. Well, until my retreat in September. Because I'm going to be pretty busy with, in the fall. Because number one, I have a grandbaby coming. And number two, my ceramics classes for the trees, they get really crazy in the fall and around the holidays. And so I probably won't be doing the hat burning then. Oh, that's cute. And kind of, I feel like, let me show you. It just made it a little fringy back there. What do you think? Not gluing is good. Yeah, I can change it. So let's say I wanted a red band or whatever. Or I could add a pop of color. I do love these little flowers. If I want it in the pink. I love the pink too. Just imagine a pop of color with some pink in here. I think that would be really pretty. So, yeah. I did glue in my flowers. I have glued in flowers. I don't think flowers are going to stay because it's not that tight. So, yeah, if you're going to add flowers, feathers will probably stay. Flowers probably need to be glued in. So, what do you think? This is my hat. This is going to be finished hat for now until I change the band, which I can do. So I've got artwork, I've got under brim, and then I've got feather. It's not too crazy embellished. I could put a card in here or matchbook. What do you think? Thanks, Jessie. Well, I want to say thanks to everybody who joined me today and helped me make some decisions. And if you join me on the replay, let me know still, even though I made some decisions. I'm going to come to you next Wednesday, even though I will be camping. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to be doing something that has to do with hats. And maybe I'll burn a ball cap because that has less, it doesn't have a lot of embellishments with it. So I could just take my burner and my cap and my phone, and I could come to you live from my camper. And so I will see you next Wednesday at 10 o'clock. And keep your ears peeled for all the information about the hat burning membership that I have coming your way, because it's going to be so fun.